That one's me.
So what's up, everybody? It's me. That sucked. Much better. True Truscreamer. And with me, of course, is the man, the myth, the legend, T-Man 978. And more importantly, though, it's Thursday. And you know what that means? It is time for the FigureAction podcast, where every week here at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we grown men sit here and talk about toys that are meant for age 5 and up. That's right. Uh, sometimes you just need a reality check. Normally I'd be saying, "Hey, how you doing? What you doing? And what'd you get?" But we'll talk about that in a little bit because I think there's only one thing we can really talk about right now. And that is the news that is going around. Literally minutes ago, not only was it funded, it is 100% fully funded, the Snowcat. So we had people thinking it would barely make it. We knew it would fund, but everyone's saying this would be the first Joe classified to partially fund, and we got it all. From Lady J to the bivouac to Flint and his sausages. That's right, guys. You are getting your sausages.
You needed Flint because he came with the coffee. Everybody else has the coffee cups, but he's actually the one with the coffee.
That's the one with the party. Tom, he doesn't talk to me. So I think to T, you might be. Are you in a chat with Jordan still?
Yeah.
So
he's alive and he has a channel that you can follow. It's called Extra Zero on YouTube.
There you go. But of course we're here. You're there, and of course we're going to highlight everybody who stops on by. We might be getting some late comers in because the Berserk coming soon video is streaming. So it's fans toys. Everyone likes their fans toys. Thank you always to Toy Mafia, giving acknowledgement not only to those who are no longer with us, but also the first person to ever comment on my videos, which I do have a new video up today, and we'll talk about that as well. Yes, the Slowcat is funded with all tiers here. So I guess right now the Joe team is batting 1,000. The Shark, I got you're gonna like what I have. That's all I can say for you. And I thought you'd be McClurdy. I thought you'd be sitting there watching the teaser. I guess it's already been teased. So glad you could join us. We were chatting. I know we were talking in the chat. You said you are having somebody front you one of these.
Yes.
So I'm very happy for you.
Hope I don't regret because I already don't have space. I'm looking at this big giant jet back there.
I know. I'm looking at the jet on my table, which I, again, am very thrilled to have. I had a maple tree that was dead and was leaning towards my house. That thing cost me $1,900 for them to take down, and that is the reason, probably the number one reason of why I'm not getting the Snowcat.
Yeah, you need to become a lumberjack.
Because a lumberjack in the suburbs goes so well.
I was thinking when this thing comes out, it's not even going to be cold outside, probably.
I mean, I'm pausing on this picture because if I had this one, this is exactly how I would have it on display with the front wheels in the air. I just think that looks cool that it can do that.
Run over. Puts the printer under it.
Oh, Serpentor. You know, we were talking. Were we talking about him in the chat today? Was it today or yesterday?
I think we were. Oh yeah.
To completely tangent, because that's what we do here. I think the best ever characterization of Serpentor was done in the Devil's Due comic, where they had the coil, which he had his own little they had a Cobra Civil War going on. Just saying, like he was the Larry Hama stuff was and the cartoon was god awful, but that one little story arc was damn cool. He actually had they had a little cult going on there where they were resurrecting him, and they had their own little tech on there. Eventually, though, of course, Cobra won, and they took all the people who backed Serpentor, put them on Cobra Island, and nuked them. It was great.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I felt like when they put Serpentor on the show, it felt like the writers did not want him on there, and they were forced to put him on there. So they just made him as horrible.
I was never a fan. But yes, so it is all completely funded, and you're gonna get your bivouac, which I know that's all you wanted. I think you wanted the bivouac more than you wanted the snowcat, to be honest.
No, the snowcat looked awesome, especially in their videos when they showed all the lights. I was like, that thing is huge. The lights look awesome. It comes with those snowboards with missiles on them.
I remember the original toy, very much so. You know, they used it for a couple things. They had the Tiger Force version. They also had it, they used this to be the base of like the Hiss 2, if I recall, and they used this for the Street Fighter line. So, in purple.
Did the original have the snowboard missiles?
Yes, that was actually kind of one of the big gimmicks for it.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't remember that.
Yo. Oh, bad. Oh God, Snowcat commercial. Hold on here.
I'm not doubting it, but I forgot all about that.
Hold on, give me 1 second here.
I know the Transformer had skis.
Well, it's okay. We're not going to put sound on here, but there's, as you can see it right there.
Yeah,
they had the Snowpedos. So you can have it there with your Stinger and your Ferret.
You know, I can hear this commercial without hearing it.
So,
and look at that. You see how many people they put on there?
Oh yeah. But it was never that fun playing with them in real life, let me tell you.
Yeah, if they put that many people on that little thing, you can get way more on this.
Again, I'm sitting here. I had it in the cart, but I just looked at them and I had to be a mature adult. So we're glad to have you here, Jay. Always happy to have you here. Yes, we the snowboard thing, that was just I could reuse the pieces on there.
Matt and Joe. Okay.
Matt shows up every now and then still, and Joe's I haven't heard from all Joe sounds like he's been good. I know Matt gives us a report every now and then. Always good to see you, Thor. Figure Fight Club in the chat room. This man is everywhere. You can actually he's going to have D Amazing on his show, by the way, tomorrow night. So he does. I will say this. Abby does a lot of fun jokes, but at the same time, he does some fantastic interviews, and he hits when he had Bobby Vala on a couple of months ago, he hit a lot of good questions that a lot of people have never interviewed for. So if you have not caught a Figure Fight Club interview, I highly recommend it. And he's going to have D Amazing on tomorrow night, and it should absolutely be a eye-opening thing about one of our favorite photographers. No, the original did not have a sync. The original also did not have lights and sounds either. It's an improvement. It doesn't have to be like the original if it has more. And considering this is costing more, it's going to give us more. Also, by the way, Junkion Crafts and Builds. I know he's in our chat tonight. But both he and Figure Fight Club are going to be at the Toy Tuber convention up in New York this weekend. So I'm very jealous, guys. If someone sees Laser Pants, please grab a poker chip coin for me.
So. New Jersey.
It looks like it's going to be a good time, and I'm sure the bar is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Toy news is going to be definitely a little more on the light side tonight, guys. We do have a few things to talk about, but this is definitely going to be a lot more discussion. Probably talking. You saw the headline. I know last week we're talking about the pre-order shipping. Well, this week everything started showing up, so we'll probably be talking about what we got in our hands. A little, was it worth it all? So that was my direction for tonight. But we do have some news. One thing I know, aside from, of course, the Snowcat funding, a little bit of Transformer news, and this I know made T-Man very, very, very happy. And that is, we are getting some near accurate, perfect accurate seekers, Conehead seekers specifically. This is made from Oddly Toys, and I have not handled one of these. I personally am going YOLO Park, but this looks almost kind of Blockies-esque in a way. You have
They are closer. They're like small YOLO Park more than Blockies because they have actual real proportions, and they don't even try to make them model kits. They come as action figures. But what
this is basically what Red wanted to be.
Getting on to you is I've been saying a whole bunch of times that they never do the cone heads completely accurate in the legs. Like these actually have the thigh height, the thigh things on their thighs instead of their kneecaps. And I've been wanting somebody to do that forever. Like the original toy, they're designed like the original toy. And if that thing had knees, it would definitely be underneath of the purple thing, like we have here. So I might be interested in getting this. It looks like it's a 3-pack as well. The other ones were blind box.
Pardon? I'm sorry, the last part you froze. You cut out of me on that last part.
Oh, I was saying, the other ones were blind box, but it looks like these are a 3-pack.
Which that means you're gonna get. I like that, though. It looks like you only get one stand, so you could have 2 flanking and 1 in the air. But Seekers all look better when they're in the air.
It would be nice if they come with 3.
I mean, all it is it looks like, of course, the main body, the wings are slightly different for the legs, and the guns are different. So
yeah, the
Ramjet was actually Ramjet was my first Seeker figure back in the day. I remember that.
Starscream was my first like hand-me-down figure, but Thrust was my first in-box Seeker.
Well, we all remember our first Thrust from back in the day, but that's a whole different conversation for a different time. Oh boy, I'm bad today. So but these do look very good. Again, it's not a line I've been collecting, but it's pretty neat. What else came in? I think we touched on this briefly, and I don't think anybody here or in the chat are going to buy these, but I absolutely need to ridicule these. So normally I'm not the type of person to yuck somebody's yum, as they say. But dude, if you're buying these Mortal Kombat figures, you and I need to have a talk about how you spend your money.
Yeah, I don't like McFarlane was like all bragging about how he didn't have to raise his prices. And then when he raises them, it's like to the max. Like he bypassed $25 and went straight to 30.
For what you're spending on this, go buy yourself a Shang-Chi figure or a Quick Kick figure and some paint.
Or just get the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter people.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, I listen, I am one of the biggest Mortal Kombat fans out there. I love Mortal Kombat. And I bought the previous more MK11 stuff. I bought them shamelessly. I would feel shame spending money on these. I mean, not only do you I mean, we've talked about these since the preview pictures and all, but seeing them in package, you get a pair of hands and a stand for like $30. You don't even
Yeah.
get Scorpion's the only one that comes with any kind of weapon, and the spear's on bendy wire, so you know it won't hold itself. He doesn't
You
even
know,
get
from Bendy Wire.
and he doesn't even get alternate hands or anything for just
Yeah, I think that spear is just regular ass string.
either way.
My problem that I had with them is the first batch were made out of like stiff plastic. If anything, I would get Scorpion just to review it, but to see if they're different. But I was upset. Like a lot of the other DC figures and whatnot, he gave them really good feeling, softer plastic, but stuck to the hard plastic with these, so you could barely even pose them.
But how do you not even give Sub-Zero an ice ball? You know?
Or Ice Fist, or at least something.
Exactly. I mean, at least Katana's coming with fans. God, but she won't be able to pose to save her life. And she has a trigger finger. They didn't even give her remold like a new hand for her. This is basically is it the Starfire body or whatever? It's an unused DC buck basically, and they gave her a freaking trigger finger.
I think he loves trigger fingers. Even in My Hero Academia, where they did not hold weapons or guns, they had trigger fingers for some reason.
So these figures are, like I said, $30 each, and then unless you get the 2-pack here, which is $70. Usually when you buy a 2-pack, that's supposed to be getting more for your money as an encouragement to buy the 2-pack. It's like, yes, here we have the effects that we were talking about. He has the frozen arms. He has the frozen hands. He has the fatality effects. Melina's got an I guess her mask comes off so you can see her Tarkin face because she's a clone. And then you got the flight stands, which these were standard in regular DC multiverse stuff. And they're charging you $5 more per figure for it.
They're trying to out Hasbro.
Listen, we make jokes. Everyone gives ridicule and jokes to Hasbro. All right, we all watch YouTubers who do it. And honestly, if I'm talking to you, Anthony's Customs, which you're not wrong with your criticism. Please don't get me wrong. But dude, someone like this right here, this should be the target for the hatred to the collectors right here. Okay. This is just bullshit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't see myself getting them.
Neither do I. Neither do I. I will be sitting here and I will be making fun of this line with every release.
I haven't checked again, but I put the links up, and as soon as I found the links, Scorpion was already sold out, and that was the only one I was going to buy for science.
I would just say spend your money. I would just double up at your Street Fighter and buy Storm. I mean, honestly, aside from that, I mean, the only other big thing was the Marvel Legends Gambit and Rogue basketball went up for pre-order. NECA, I do like. I don't buy a lot of NECA Turtle stuff personally. I bought the movie stuff and I bought some of the Mirage lines, but I do have a problem of buying Casey Jones figures, and so I probably really do want this Casey Jones right here. And that's about it. Because then we also get 2 characters from The Last Ronin.
They look cool.
Oh,
I
that
wish
is
they
true.
didn't have the cell shading, and then I'll be probably more interested. But I know that's the point.
Now, one other thing that was also kind of this has come and gone, but Mezco released part of their gangs. This is way Mezco's been around for a while. They used to have the hood characters, and they also had these gangsters figures, which is these are just a great little throwback to Mezco of old and bringing things up. I didn't even know this came out, and it's already on wait list, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything about this at all.
It, if you have the old school Batman, if you have the Dick Tracy figures, or even if you have the Shadow figures, I think this would go really, really well with that.
Yeah,
You know,
it definitely looks like a Dick Tracy person.
maybe you could even fit it in with Doctor Nocturnal. I love this cigarette though.
Kill him, you see?
It's just This is okay. Now this right here is what I call, as I like to call it. This is a money shot picture right here, and this is probably D Amazing's work because he's their official photographer. Catch him tomorrow on Figure Fight Club. I can appreciate this. I would not personally buy this for my collection. I might win this in a raffle, but I don't see myself. He comes with a body bag. That's absolutely awesome if he comes with a body bag. So the soft goods look awesome. The accessories look great. He comes with a fish. He comes with a fish to tell someone they're gonna sleep with the fishes. That's awesome. Okay, no,
This
he does
looks
not
expensive.
he does not come with a body bag. He does come with all that money though, which is pretty nice. I mean, we got a blackjack. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this definitely looks expensive.
It
Is that a
was
phone? A brush phone?
$116. Of course, the big thing is Mezco shipping absolutely sucks. No, I know Storm Collectibles never made the female. Well, they did. They made one female Mortal Kombat figure, Surround. But I was very mad at Storm Collectibles for never making the female figures. You're absolutely right. McFarlane also had Katana in the previous Mortal Kombat line as well. So
Yeah, that was shocking they didn't release the female ninjas, which were all palette swaps.
exactly, I was gonna say that would have been another printing money line right there.
We never even got the 7 people from the first game.
Oh,
It's
I've
like,
bitched about that. I've bitched about that on this channel many times. You know that. Yeah, Professor. We were talking about that. It's all there. So if you've been holding back that snowcat, you have no excuse unless you're like me and being a responsible adult. What's up, Paul? Yeah. So with shipping, this guy, so like Mike's in the Maryland area. So
oh,
$146 after shipping for a $116 figure.
well, the before shipping price is way lower than I imagined.
Well,
I thought this was like a $160 set.
no, but it's it's getting on par with it. I mean, he was 116, Superman's 116, Joker's 116. The Gomez
Yeah,
was 125. The Nightwing, which was 120, which I still don't quite get that. Um, but you can actually look when you look here through the history. Samurai Jack was the last figure that was done under $100 before shipping, and
how
then it
much
was
was the
Thor.
number again?
Tumbler is 325, and that has free shipping on there. So all you pay for is tax.
So I guess they consider the figure probably 125 and then the vehicle 200.
I guess, but But yeah, that's already waitlisted, and just because I'm here, you can still buy. I do find it amusing that Nightwing is still readily available in red.
Nobody wants a red Nightwing. He still looks good.
Okay, you bought that Toad. That was your own fault on that, Mike. Sorry.
I like the idea of the Toad.
I'm with you on that. Right now, I think I'm going to say this. I think news is going to be little on the slower side these days in general, just because of until New York Comic Con right now. But I have to, so T, how much stuff arrived at your house this week?
2, 3, 4. Since the last show, unless I'm forgetting things, I got 6 different things, and 2 of them just randomly showed up that I didn't pay for or pre-order.
Okay. So let's see what you got. Let's get some opinions on them. Yes, we are short. Yes, I am short on news. So we're going to
What's bigger size me?
I'm on it. I'm on it. Magic wand, make our T-Man grow.
Hey, hi, I'm T-Man 978, and I have a channel on YouTube, and I'm also here every Thursday. Join me. I messed with this previously through Junkion Crafts and Builds, but I finally got this from BBTS. Something I pre-ordered from them finally shipped. I feel like all of my pre-orders never shipped or they took forever. But here it is. I like him. He's cool. I got opinions on him on my channel because I did a review. But I was his torso doesn't like rotate in the midsection area. It rotates here. I guess that's all you need because they put a lot of articulation in here. But I popped them apart to see if I could pop this apart to see what was going on. I couldn't. But when I looked at his body down here, the same way we mod stuff by cutting out the plastic, they already did it on this guy. So that's why he can still get a great ab crunch. Well, that's interesting and awesome. What were you about to say?
I mean, it's like they watch the videos of how things should be done.
Right. The rest of the stuff I got is crazy robot centric. So thanks to TM Reviews, who ordered the second run of this. He sent this to me. I think he ordered it as a birthday present for me back when they put the pre-order out. But it's way late. But I finally got Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus second run. I'm pretty sure everybody in here watched my video because I got a ton of views on that. I was shocked because my views have been doo-doo water. But I got a bunch of views on that, shockingly. Probably because I had the good idea of putting second run in my title. So you can watch that to see if he's better or not. Outside of that, I did get this one first, though. Scavenger, and it's Scavenger. But with a big diaper and no waist swivel and hollow arms.
And half a Megatron.
Yeah. And he has a Megatron, who I also got. Yes, we waited an eternity and all that. So far, I think I only got 2 goofy comments about him needing to be a gun or some crap. It's Hasbro. They already said they're never making a realistic gun Megatron. They said it already, so it's like either buy it or don't buy it or buy some third-party thing. But this figure itself is awesome. It's a little bit more posable than 86 Optimus. But my only issue is for the leader class price point, and I go on and on about it in the video at the beginning. The box was empty as hell.
Hmm.
And they didn't have one of the main, like if you want to be all studio series, one of the main things it should have had was that gun he shot Optimus with that he found on the ground. They didn't come
Right.
with that. He does come with himself, which I think this is the most important accessory you need. Like people are talking about he never was a tank or whatever. He never was a giant gun either. He was this. So this is the main thing you needed. If he didn't come with this, I would have been angry. But I actually have another one. I have like 3 of these. You have 3 guns that are around this size. So
I
I would
wonder
have
if
been
someone's
very
gonna 3D. I wonder if someone's gonna 3D print the lower part of the stock.
oh, they could. They definitely oh, you mean to be like a stand or
No, no, no. For for that little Megatron gun,
oh
you could plug it in to go on the. You could actually plug it in to go to the underside of the fist to make and
yeah,
have it going down the length of the forearm.
that would be cool. I guess they cut it out because they were like, yeah, it would look too long. But
That
that
is
does
just
finish the look.
it'd be another part that would be lost. But I'm just saying, I'm sure a 3D print. Someone just needs to do the peg for it.
But outside of the stuff that was missing, it's still a solid figure, and it feels good enough for a retail thing. Outside of that, randomly, I come home and this is on my porch, which
Another
I
skeleton.
already own. So now I was like, you want me to send this back or what? I was told I could sell it. But no, this I didn't have. X Transbots Scrapper, which I am interested
Jeez.
in this.
How many Constructicons you getting?
A lot. I didn't ask for this. It just showed up at my house. So now I have this thing. I'm gonna review this, and I was already going in on the Vans toys. So people are gonna be like, "Are you gonna get the rest of the X Transbots?" And I'm like, I don't know. I definitely ain't paying for them. I can tell you that because I'm already too in on the Vans toys. So, but I think this one is interesting, and I do like the scale of these more from what I've seen in videos. So we will see. But outside of that, a lot of the pre-orders I got last week, and I showed them off last week. So that's it for me on that on this end.
Right. Oh, I wanted to talk about another line that went up for pre-order this week. I forgot about this. I would like to get your thoughts on these. T, by any chance, did you look at these guys? The Acid Rain 1/12 figures.
I don't think I didn't see these.
Acid Rain is normally known for doing their 3 3/4 line, and they're very detailed, very well articulated, a little on the definitely artisan priced, aka expensive. And they've been around for quite a bit though, since at least 2015 off the top of my head. But this is their first foray into 1/12 scale. And I think this has a very Metal Gear Solid, Hideo Kojima look to it.
I think it's some other video game that has stuff like that. Well, I know it's a movie where the people had like exoskeletons on.
You're thinking of either you think of the Tom Cruise one?
I think yeah, that one.
Yeah. But you've got these guys with their exoskeletons, gas and again, this is our Joe Action Force scale. Here's the interesting thing, and all that can come off, by the way. This is also it's done by Azrain and Fext Hobby. I remember seeing Fext some of their display stands over, not display stands, their dioramas at TFCon. Everything's pinless, highly detailed. The sniper looks absolutely badass. But the big thing for this, they're about $35 each. So these are less than the Big Bad Toys, the Operation Monster Force figures. And
do they come with a bunch of hands and all that?
well, if you look on here, the pictures as I go through them,
Mhm.
I'll get to one of the details. I love this guy right here, by the way. I know he's a robot, but I think it's absolutely awesome. No, they don't come with a bunch of hands, but they come with all these with the weapons. I'm gonna scroll back up to the previous guy. You can see how his exoskeleton pops off. So he's got the helmet, all that extra gear pops off. He's got like little rivet holes, rivet covers. Big Bad Toy Store is asking for a deposit on these. I am debating right now. But I mean, you get 4 figures, and for a pack of 4, it's only 140. So that's not bad at all.
Are these the ones where they can move and the spine moves with them?
I think that is the one, yes.
I remember seeing a little video clip of the prototype.
Yeah, there's the spine right there.
Yeah, that was awesome. I like that because that's the main problem with things like this. They'll have that gear and you can't move them. So if it moves with, that's awesome.
I like that the gear is removable, so it's not going to be hindering the articulation. So this is one that very much has my attention. What do you think, Mike?
I came in to defend myself against a toad. I bought a toad. How you doing?
Hi.
Cool. Well, real quick on those pre-orders that they're available on, like you said, BBTS and also Chosen Prime. I think they look cool. Definitely a lot of movable parts. Like you said, it reminds me of a couple movies where they had all the mech stuff attached to them. Pretty cool. I don't know if I'm going to jump in on those or not, just because it's just another line that would kill me. But anywho,
did you put money down on the Snowcat, sir?
I did not.
Really?
So, I did not put any money down to Hasbro Pulse for a Snowcat. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Mike, do you see a Snowcat in your future, though?
I wish I could tell you what the future looks like. If I had a magic 8-ball, it could say maybe, but we don't know.
I'm going to be having some bad FOMO next year, I've got a feeling.
This scrapper comes with a lot. It comes with part of a leg, some horns, the chest of Devastator.
Yep.
Bring me the chest of Devastator.
And the Titan has said, there was no deposit required for the Asarine 4-pack on the Chosen Prime, but anything over $100 on BBTS, they do ask for a NDR. So, or NRD, whatever. Anywho, I hear you guys got a bunch of stuff in.
Yes, that's what it said. News is light. We were talking about. I know last week we were talking about all these things shipping. So today we're talking about getting all this stuff. How much stuff did you get this week?
Well, I'm not going to grab it because it's too big. But Cold Slither started playing in here in my house. I'm just waiting on my printers to finish printing out some 3D speakers and amps and stuff to put with them on the display. I didn't show this. This actually came the week after I came back from vacation, but I got the San Diego Comic-Con Mythic Legions figure.
Did you open it?
I did open it because I dropped the plume, and so it's somewhere. I was going to start going through it and talk about it, and then I was like, oh shit, I don't have it. What else came in? Let's see. We already talked about Crystal Ball, right? Yeah. I got
Mine's
Crystal
supposed
Ball.
to show up tomorrow.
Yeah, I have another one coming in from Walmart as well, so I can have one in the regular head and the other one with the Cthulhu head. But I also, from Walmart, got my Cobra Commander combat armor. So he's it's pretty cool. I have video I did
So
on it real quick.
with that Cobra Commander, for your
Yes.
collection, is that Cobra Commander or is that a Crimson Guardsman?
Oh, okay. Well, I always prefer the natural human eyes, so he could be Fred 7, or he could still be Cobra Commander from the Deke cartoon, because when he put on his battle armor, there was a holographic display which took away the green and the Cobra eyes. So
Right.
you do have representation
know
of
that.
both on here.
Well, the reason I was just mentioning that was because, is your collection then cartoon or is it comic book?
Well, thankfully, Hasbro is providing us a little bit of everything. So, except for new figures or new characters.
Yeah.
Last week,
Actually, I'm gonna fight you on that one. By the way, I didn't get
Okay.
because you guys were doing your conversation when I was driving home from work.
Mhm.
I do want to. I've been saying this. Raptor, that new version of Raptor that we all got, and
Yep.
actually that Major Blood, that retro card Major Blood is also.
That is correct.
So we've
So
got at least
that's where the comic book is catching up with Hasbro themselves. But they still need to, and you're referring to the stream from last Sunday on It's Chad, which thank you for reminding me about that. And they also were showing a couple other potential figures, but there are a plethora of figures that Hasbro has gone through and has finally made figures for us. Agent Helix was one from the IDW days. But
I still want a Wraith.
and that they have to do Sherlock. But you can also see, and this is something I thought of after the fact that I will give Hasbro credit, and this is another perfect example. They are, providing little bits and pieces in the accessory packs that kind of touch back on the comics, but it's striking while it's hot now. And I know, like I said, it's a 2-year production, to get a toy out these days. But you could at least do some name renders or something like that. Give us something. So hopefully, we'll see some more stuff here for the remainder of the year. Last week I showed Dulcine, which you picked up as well, Dave, and then the day after, and Bison popped in. So I have like the classified team. I'm 100% on completion now, at least with Jada. Oh, you did get that too, did you? See, this is what happens when I miss some stuff.
No, that came today.
Congrats.
We haven't. No, we actually are doing our showing at the end of it. We talked news first.
Oh, I thought you went already. Damn
No.
it! All right, I'm sorry. All right, well, good. Spoiler alert: they've got some new stuff. And more new stuff was Snake Eyes, Polar Bear that came in,
Mine's on the way.
and last but not least, the much awaited, anticipated Cobra Claw popped in. So did impressions on that. And I was just charged for my Cobra Porta Potty this morning. So I'm waiting for that to ship in a day or so. But, as I drop stuff, that's everything right now.
Wait, I have a question before we go to Dave.
Mhm.
Is that thing about Cobra Commander's holographic eyes on the cartoon that actually was stated on the show?
Yep.
I mean, yes. Yeah, if you go back and look at Operation Dragonfire, when Baroness, who was on the outs with Serpentor because the whole hierarchy was in disarray, and Destro had bumped her to the side for who was Destro going with? I have to
Zorama?
look back at the what's that?
Was it a Dreadnought?
No, I don't think it was Zarana. I'll have to go back and look. I forget. But yeah, she wanted to take Serpentor down a peg or two, and he was still keeping Cobra Commander in snake form as a pet. So that's when she went and got the Zara.
Zara.
Okay, or he meant Serana, if you forgot an on
Yeah.
or an N. But she went to get the MacGuffin for that miniseries, which was the Dragonfire, and used that to make Cobra Commander back into a humanoid type creature. And then Serpentor got the other end of it and turned into an iguana for Nagahide. So,
But in the comics, Cobra Commander was human in the comics, and in the Hasbro comics, and then he was actually shot by a Crimson Guardsman because Cobra Commander had kind of lost the passion for it all. And he's like, well, if I put on the armor, people will just think I'm Cobra Commander because no one knows what he looks like. Yep. And then in the current Real American Hero comics as well, the Cobra Commander sent a Crimson Guardsman in that battle armor to use as a proxy for himself. And he was pretty damn badass, but he still went out like a punk. Very good.
Been reading their Skybound comics.
No, that was awesome. the Skybound, but the Real American Hero Skybound.
Right. But it's still under the Skybound banner, which is great.
So what I was hoping when I saw that armor in the comic, and then I'm like, I even said on this show they should be releasing the Battle Armor Cobra Commander, and I called it. So I'm really hoping we get Dawn, what's her name, who's basically like literally a female version of Snake Eyes. Like they took Snake Eyes memories and implanted them into her so she could have his skills.
Yep, because Dawn Marina is still in the current Real American Hero storyline that you were just talking about.
Right.
So
I was saying, I'm hoping we get a figure of her.
I'm betting everybody like that.
Well,
this is the best feeling and transbots thing I ever messed with. It is heavy, and more posable than the Fan Stories one.
Didn't you grab the long haul or put hands on that one?
I didn't touch any of them.
Yeah, that X-Transbots long haul also received a pretty high praise. So
actually, I think every version of Devastator I've been seeing out has been looking very good lately. Even the Dreamstar one is looking pretty sexy.
Yeah,
just have to say.
So, but hopefully we'll have some more stuff because, like you were saying earlier, this weekend up in New Jersey, we got ToyTuber Expo. Awesome group of YouTubers going to be over in one spot, including displaying Model Behavior, who's a big Marvel Legends guy in the UK. He's actually flying over specifically for this convention. So that's pretty cool.
David from Displaying Model Behavior, I think, completely filled the gap that oh god, why am I blanking on his name? Who passed away? Had left.
Glenn Webb.
Glenn Webb, yeah. I think David has more than filled that niche for the British action figure scene, and I think it's a very big deal that they got him to come by because Dave's got he does fantastic production. If you haven't watched his stuff, and he's a very YouTubey on his presentation.
Well, he's got a whole
at
team
the same
working
time,
for
he's
him.
very humble, and I've seen him pop up in a lot of chat rooms supporting a lot of smaller YouTubers, which I think is very awesome of him.
Yeah, it should be fun. So, and then I know at least one exclusive that is going to be out, and that is from Duarte Studios. He's creating a crash kit add-on to take your trouble bubble and turn it into a one-man kind of helicopter type thing. So
seems kind of counterproductive, but yeah,
it's a little different, but it's kind of cool. Plus, there's going to be Detour Customs there for a lot of diorama pieces. Duarte's work is really good. I have a couple of his smaller diorama add-ons in the mix over here. I'm going to have some awesome panels. Nerd Zoic will be there. The Amazing, like you said, is going to have a panel. Valiverse is going to have a panel, and he's going to be revealing another huge announcement. Don't know what that's going to be. Mythic Legions is going to be there, which I don't know if you saw earlier. The Silver Knight Army Builder is in their studio, and they'll be shipping that out for those that order directly from Full Horseman. With the regular versions, or not the regular versions, but if you bought it from anyone else besides them, that'll be coming out September. And All Star 6 street date is this coming Monday. So lots more stuff to buy. So kind of following along with what we said last week and tonight.
Yeah, well, like I said, I can't. Yeah, I'm in the pile of boxes showing up because it feels like every day something has been showing up at my house.
Yeah, I got that look too when that stuff came in, and I was like, "Look, it's just a neck peg." Because one of my Savage Crucible figures, I was swapping the heads, and the neck peg broke. There was an air bubble in it, so I talked to their customer service, and I got a replacement neck peg in this evening. So awesome for Savage Crucible. So, but
You're supposed to say, quiet, you.
no, because I'm actually still in the house and I'm still vertical. So no, I didn't say that to the other half. So
Savage Crucible, I think, we've had a lot of crazy.
Shit. I know what else. Sorry, I'll let you finish, and I'll stay
Go
where I
grab
forgot.
Conan.
Yeah, I forgot Conan and I forgot Dragon Man. Or did
Go
I
grab
show
him.
Dragon Man last week? I showed Dragon Man last week.
Yeah. But the only problem is your Dragon Man is not in 3.75 scale. And
No, it is not in that scale. But I know someone who loves that scale. It's Chad is in. I will actually have a chance to meet him again this weekend because he's flying. And if you know Chad, you know that's a big deal. But he's going to be flying up to Jersey as well. So I will see you on Sunday, my friend, unless I get FOMO and drive up on Saturday and crash in someone's room. So, but
I was curious. I was kind of curious if Chad, since he is on the Lord scale, if he was collecting the Acid Rain stuff, and if he was collecting the Acid Rain, if he was going to consider that the 1/12 scale figures from them. But
I'm not sure. But
I used to like the Lord scale, but then I saw figures with way better articulation, and I was like, yeah.
But there's still some figures out there that do, again, like for example, Haya Toys, I think, has really done more with that scale than I think anyone ever should do with that. But like for me, like I said, I'm surprised I'm still standing. Oh, he's not going to do their 1/12. All right. I was just curious if that would push you over the edge.
We'll collect it for you, my friend. So,
I got a ton of shit. I got to blatantly say, like I said, I've been getting the side eye all week. Like you said, I had the one I didn't have just the one bison show up. Also had Fei Long show up.
That's a good figure as well.
It is, but it still pissed me off that they couldn't group together my shipping, so I feel really ripped off.
Yeah.
Also, Hasbro did ship to me my Snake Eyes version 4, which I have a review up for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually not a fan of this figure at all. Some people seem to be really enjoying it, and I'm happy for them. For me, I think maybe some bad quality control, and how they did the holster for the gun is just stupid. I'm sorry. I don't know how it works.
I like that he has tights.
Tights?
You like that he has tights?
Yeah, it's not like the army jeans that they've been wearing.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say, or did you get more tights from Amazon to go with the skirts?
Not yet.
Also that arrived this week is which roster? I got this guy in, and I just literally put my review up for him today. This is I think I have to say this is probably the goofiest thing I have bought from 5K Toys to date, and I've got him and the other 2 figures.
How's he feel?
Heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy. It's huge.
Do you have a
Huge.
6-inch figure that you can put beside him?
I mean, I do it on my I do it on my video review, but happen to have my bloody Pandora right here.
Okay.
So so yeah, if you go, yeah, it's definitely heavy. It's top heavy. I got him, and then I got. Hopefully, I'll find that later. His brothers. So I got the machine gun toting one, and the top hat one. And after handling that first one, I cannot wait to get all 3 of them on my display shelf, on my display case, because they will look absolutely awesome. But that's still not the craziest thing I got this week. You would get the Great White. I'm not surprised. Because then my first purchase ever from Show Z showed up. And that's this magnificent bastard.
Ooh.
There is no way in hell I was going to pay $350 for that Flame Toy, or like $400 for that Flame Toys Megazord. But then in our chat room, someone I think, was it you or Matt, who pointed out this KO explosion model, and this thing is a bitch to put together, and especially just trying to put this shield in his hand. I don't know, it's still not in there right. He is pointy, spiky. It's a beautifully stylized Megazord, or Daizujin if you want to be that nerd, which I can be. There's not much. I don't know how much diecast was in the regular one. This one hardly has any, but I'm not complaining because he was like $140 versus $400, so I have no reason to complain. Plus, I did the math. You know, the Studio Series Devastator. When you get all 6 figures, that's $210. So
See, why'd you tell T that? Now he's gonna be like,
he's already committed.
Yeah, I mean, he's mix master.
So I would definitely say if you were interested in the Flames Toys one, this is absolutely worth getting. So
can it do the rolling mode?
Yes, it can do the tank mode, which is, I think, one of the dumbest Megazord designs ever. The wings are, Aquateki, the wings are awesome, but my gosh, they are pointy. Everything here are so many sharp edges. It is dangerous. It actually broke the skin on my hand.
Oh, man. Sounded like fake for life.
Yeah. But so that's my stuff that came in, and like I still said, Crystal Ball is still on the way. Where'd the brass knuckles go? These brass knuckles came off. I'll have to find those later. I was talking about his brass knuckles. Jedi Mindset, mine came from Show Z, so yeah. So I say Show Z should be shipping yours because that's where I got mine from. Now I know they had 2 versions of it. They had the explosion model, and there was one other one. I got the explosion model one. So, but yeah, I this guy's just fun. Like Mike, you know how Mythic Legions are with basic articulation, but they still can get you where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what this guy is.
So are you saying he's all single jointed knees and elbows, yes. Or okay?
Yes. But he just does what he needs to do. So if you were doing like, I think you're getting out of the whole like Veteran Williams anthropomorphic stuff.
Yeah. If I do anything like that, it's going to be pretty much Mythic Legions, I think. So
Right, but I'm just saying, like, if you were someone's into that, that's who I would. That's the absolute target audience for this.
yeah.
So, and this, yeah. So, I'm still like I'm holding this thing smiling. It makes me happy to have. It gives me that special feeling. So, and then, like I said, Crystal Ball's coming, and then Hasbro decided to charge me more stuff today.
Oh. Well, you didn't have to put it down yet, but I'm sure you pre-ordered your Rogue and Gambit 2-pack. That's available on Pulse now.
No, I wasn't into the starting lineup figures.
I want that Rogue.
Oh,
Look at that compliment. Oh, look at that compliment there.
thank you, sir. That is high praise indeed. High praise indeed. So,
He doesn't like my blank wall.
You don't want to see the mess behind here.
but well, I mean, the reason I say, man, it has been such a slow week. How slow is it? Like, for example, everyone's just doing unboxings and just talking up and then speculating, and it's going to be weird now that the Snowcast funded. What the heck is anyone going to be talking about next?
Well, you still have another Haslab that you can talk about for a big hollow air vessel.
I think we'll
If
be
you're
okay
into
on that.
Star Wars.
We'll save that for someone who collects the Lord scale. He can talk about that. Let him have that.
Oh,
Let him have
I
that.
don't think Star Wars is a topic that you'll find on that channel. That's
that price point on that thing is crazy to me.
Yes, I totally agree with you. But also, 'tis the season coming up shortly. But the Star Wars Black Series Halloween figures are slowly trickling out, and I know the hunt is on for the which one is it? I keep on saying Crimson Guard, but you know what I mean for Palpatine. But they have a version that has white soft goods that is
I
highly
saw
sought
that
after.
today. Actually, I saw that. Is that highly?
Yes. You should go back and grab it at your Target that never has anything.
That well, again, I showed a video actually to our group chat of my Walmart, and it had absolutely zero Joes.
Yeah.
So
You made me forget what those red guys are called. Oh,
the Royal Guard.
Yeah, it was. They have some other name, but I'll take Royal Guard. It's good. So
I've always known them as the Royal Guard because ever since oh god, there was a great comic, Dark Horse comic with Kira Kantos.
yeah. Well, Mariana,
Crimson
you
Dawn?
need to grab all those and then sell them, or provide them to your Thursday night fun group here.
I only saw
Are you-
one random 2-pack, and they had none of the other display there. So I was like, what is this?
So, but that's I think so. When do you head up for the convention, Mike?
I will be driving up, like I said, either very early Sunday morning since the doors open at 10, and I'd rather get there much earlier and catch up with some folks before all the fun begins. Or if I can find a room to schlep in, I might drive up Saturday night and play with the antics then.
I was gonna say,
but it should be
the
fun.
bar scene's gonna be crazy that night.
Yeah, I was looking around where at the hotel the convention is going to be held at to see what is nearby. So, but yeah.
And again,
like I
if
said, it's
anyone's
gonna be
going
fun.
up there and they want to get me a Laser Pants 3PO poker chip, I would not say no.
I'm already working that for you, Dave. So, but I guess the other thing is coming out. I guess now that we're getting into third quarter of this year. For those that are fans of Operation Monster Force, September is going to be when I think Wave 2 is going to start coming in. And we will see those pre-orders that Chad and Laser Pants saw during SDCC. The ghost warriors that go with Crystal Ball and all that stuff. Those will be popping up soon.
Those look gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, especially once you guys actually have, well, I say you guys, T, I think you already have one, right? But Dave, when you get Crystal Ball and you start playing with the translucent pieces, they're not too bad. They're a little darker and thick, not super translucent, especially in the center part. But if you put the lighting just right behind some photos, you're going to get some pretty awesome shots.
We have not talked about the Fans Toys Blitzwing. That was the video that was being shown earlier today, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was.
I think it came on when we started, so we haven't seen it.
Yeah,
No.
we've actually been. That was going on while we were doing our thing, so we will probably be catching that a little bit after the show, and probably be talking about it a bit next week.
Well,
I'm sure it's going to be a lot of metal. I'm sure it's going to be very expensive. I'm sure it's going to be the paint's going to chip when you transform it into those 3 forms, and I'm sure the robot mode's going to look gorgeous. I'm sure the tank mode's going to look solid, and the jet mode is going to be a mode. That's my prediction.
Well, we'll look at it this way, gentlemen. You guys have been waiting for 5+ years to see this video. So, I mean, what's another half hour at this point?
And I'll say this: the knees are going to be better than the X-Transbots ones. I'm sorry, you know that's going to be true. There was no one could ever forgive that figure for its knees. I call it as I see it.
Yeah, but yes, the Ghost Viper does look awesome.
Ghost Viper looks absolutely beautiful. The dog that comes with it is awesome. I'm absolutely buying 2 of them to flank Crystal Ball.
Well, I guess kind of going to the little media stuff, or else we can close out. But have you guys watched Alien Earth yet?
I caught a little bit of it. I think it's got some fantastic concepts. I am very happy that they did not just didn't drag it for the alien to be the last episode type of thing. Like, well, I hate to say it, like they do with a lot of TV shows where like Daredevil gets his costume in the last episode, things like that. We got an alien, and I am a very big, I like the concept of the hybrids very much, which are not hybrids with aliens, by the way. So that's not a spoiler, guys.
Yeah, I think I'm going to watch the first 2 episodes after we're done this evening, now that I finally got home. So I'm excited for that.
You do get a xenomorph, and they're playing their cards. I think they're pacing it very well. Okay. And the second episode is much better than the first. The first one's cool. Second one is it's how that's how I want them to go. I want them to start out good and just get better, better, and better. That gives me more incentive to keep watching it more. I hate something to be like awesome and then drop in quality, if that makes sense.
Hold on, let me grab something. I forgot I wanted to show you guys this, or if I already did, refresh my memory.
Well, you forgot to tell us the excellent quality of the Conan that you got.
Yeah, the Conan actually, like I said, I picked up a few of Frazetta Girl's stuff with their Tigra and their Norseman and Vampirella. And there's been little adjustments with each one. I mean, I know Amen focuses on sculpt more than anything else. It just feels like with this Conan figure, some parts that I feel a little uncomfortable moving around or pulling in and out a lot are his hands, where the swivel points are. They feel a little loose, but tolerance-wise, it actually is pretty good. It does have double jointed knees, and the single jointed elbows do go up a little more than 90 this time. But they have a really cool engineering concept in regards to the shoulder, because it doesn't have a bicep swivel. So if you turn it at the shoulder, it actually helps with that arm articulation. So,
I mean, I like the fact because it was Conan, but I got Ball and Chain right here and that's
Ball and Chain's a great figure from Savage Crucible. I mean, all their humans in Wave 2 have been really good. The sculpt on the human body sometimes looks a little soft, but I mean, you've got armor and everything else on it that is immaculate. So, and then again, the articulation is awesome.
I am hoping they get the Conan license. I mean, everyone and their brother seems to be able to license Conan. If Super 7 Mezco, and they can get Conan. They can make Conan figures. There's no reason that Harbinger can't, because they've already got Frazetta art. They've already got Elric. They've got the Death Dealer. There's no reason they shouldn't be able to get Conan
True.
eventually.
Well, I think they're busy with Harbinger Studios is also busy getting all these college licenses, because for those that are in the sports, college football is going to be starting up here soon, and they have 16 teams that they're going to be releasing here over the next month or so.
That has to be one of the most. I'm interested in following how it goes through. It's not something I would be purchasing. I'm not a sports guy, but that has to be one of the most ambitious projects to do.
Yes. And who were they on? Oh, they were on 3POA recently.
Yeah, they were just on 3POA.
Yeah, they're talking about expanding to do mascots, which is awesome. So, I mean, if they can do the mascots for all the teams they have right now, that's a lot.
That's going to print money.
That
is absolutely going to print money.
So, and then I think I asked about the STL file for the Wave 3 figures, which is going to be the Harbinger and then all the Pranoids. So that hopefully will be released here in the next month or so. And then fingers crossed, Wave 3 gets here towards the end of the year. So, but what I want,
and I'm really happy. These are the companies I'm glad. I mean, them, Spiro Toys. I'm glad they're able to keep their momentum going.
Yes. What I wanted to show is I printed a wall. Mark II Designs was doodling around and made this. I don't know if you guys ever had this for the original Joes, but it's basically a weapons platform, a super big laser, and then you have the seated position for your Joe. And I'm holding it weird because I haven't glued it together yet, because this was just a quick print. But it's pretty rad, and this is like the cool stuff, that I like doing, which is, finding those that are smart enough to design stuff that helps fill out our collections while we're waiting on the official stuff. So, I mean, now that we've got a bivouac coming, so that's a good thing. But yeah, this was a fun print. And I also printed out an aerial defense, which I don't know if you guys remember that, but it's the little gray platform with two large air.
Right. I was telling you that you should send that first one you printed. You should send that to Chad. He'd probably appreciate it, because that's 3 points. That is 1/18 scale.
It's big enough. It's definitely big enough for 1/18 scale. I definitely need to make it a little bigger to kind of really made up with classified scale. But yeah, this is it's fun doodling stuff, and just printing things out to add into, like speakers for Cold Slither.
I am glad you're back to crafting and building.
Yes. This was fun. I need to. I thankfully I did time lapses for all the pieces and parts. So now that I'm kind of getting a little more on schedule with putting stuff out, definitely want to showcase a lot of these things. There's another project I've been working on that I need to get back into the swing of, because I'm trying to get that done by a certain timeline. Fingers crossed on that one. But yeah.
Very cool. Well, that being said, I mean, we're a little out on the news, so I think I think this might be a wrap for tonight. I want to thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Mike, definitely appreciate you coming in. I know you had some familiar commitments to come in, so it means a lot that you can stop on by. Please, if you aren't subscribed to Mike's channel, I'm sure he'll be doing some cool things, like possibly live casting from the convention. If not, I highly suggest you should do some live casting for the convention to pull some viewers in.
Yep. Absolutely will.
I'll be at work, so I will not be able to bug you on them saying, hey, say hi to this guy for me, say hi to that guy for me, but just say hi to them for me.
Absolutely.
T-Man, obviously you got that X-Transbots one, so I think to get your best...
I think my next videos are going to be, I did a bunch of Transformers back to back. The next videos are going to be G.I. Joe.
Okay. Very cool.
Did I say I got Retro Cover Girl too? I totally forgot that.
No, but now you got Retro Cover Girl, and I'm sure we'll get a review for her on your channel.
It's already up. Yep.
So
Yep.
there we go.
He's at my house.
Mariano, we did not talk much TF tonight, except for the model kits that are coming out, because the Blitzwing video was going on while we were chatting. So we'll probably talk more to Transformers next week, so you didn't miss out too much. Of course, I got videos going up on my channel. I said I've got that Snake Eyes video up from last week. I've got the first of my shark videos up tonight. I will probably get something else up tomorrow because I am off tomorrow, which means I actually get to do production down here. You can catch all of us on all our respective channels, different groups on there. Please if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. We use this as a central hub for all our channels. Please give us a like if you are liking us now. For those of you on the replay squad, thank you as always. And feel free to share our show to other people if they need to get another perspective on the plastic of why we should buy these little plastic toys.
Yep.
We have time for that.
Yes, we do. And as always, until next time, everyone, take care. Oh my gosh. Dear God. He derailed me, but it is so good to see you. It is so good to see you.
Hello.
But he derailed me. But as always, until next time, take care, everyone. Peace.
It's awkward.